Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at this beer right here that was picked up for me by Gregory, so thank you very much, Gregory. This is from Bellwoods, and this is the Bellwoods Bine Hunter, which is an Ontario wet hop pale ale. It's a 2016 vintage, it's 5% alcohol, and this is Chinook and Cascade. Bang! So today we're going to use the bottle opener that I bent on the last BDU I did, right like November 2nd. I don't think I could actually bend it anymore. Right now it's bent to the point where me trying to bend it actually hurts my hands more than anything. Yeah, see, I'm just digging it in now. That bent in a little bit more. Basically, I think I'm going to give this to somebody. Any of you guys want my piece of art? It was a Heineken speed bar. It still works, see? So, actually, it works pretty well now. It saves a cap pretty good. So, I mean, it's a piece of art. It was hand-bent by the Rhino. I actually had one at work that I actually bent all the way down till it was touching each other. Bent it back out and bent it down again so I could get these guys going, too. I bend better when I'm sober, apparently. But now, like I said, it's hand breaking now. I could put on a pair of work gloves and do it, but I only have my really cheap work gloves near me. And yeah, my house isn't that big. I could go and get the better work gloves, but I don't need them. Actually, this is actually the reason why a lot of strong men and all that bend metal and everything wrap their hands or wrap the item with leather, so that it doesn't dig in. Because it's not a problem with the main strength itself, it's the problem with just digging it into the hands when you're doing it, right? Like, it just goes right in there. Okay, so the beer. Well, that's a beautiful color. It's a nice color. And I know it's not much different than some other colors, but it does have that little bit of a hazy orange to the gold. So, I mean, it isn't just your gold color, and it has a little bit of haze to it as well. So that's what's really good about it, to me at least visually. It's not just a bright golden beer. Bright white head, though. Tiniest bit of snap, crackle, pop. Pour a little bit more in here. So we have Cascade and Chinook. So Cascade, usually a Cascade hop will give off like a grapefruit aroma and stuff. Let's see what we're getting here. So, grapefruit, both like rind and flesh. A syrupy sweetness, that American pale ale syrupy sweetness that I usually get with something like say a Centennial hop, and I'm pretty sure that's coming from the Chinook. I've seen it give off that just really sweet scent in the past. But like a sweet medicinal scent mixed with grapefruit. Not really a smell I personally like, but we're still going to try the beer, right? Yeah, let's try the beer. Cheers. Okay. Now, here's where I sit with this beer. There are two hops I'm not the biggest fan of. However, saying that, the two hops that I'm not the biggest fan of mix together in a way that I actually kind of enjoy. It's not like it's a really bad beer or a way too bitter beer or anything like that. It's just a beer. And I mean, I can't really fault it on anything. It is what it is. It's 5% alcohol, so it's easy drinking. Well, sessionably drinking. About medium bodied. A little bit of malty sweetness up at the forefront. Then you get that syrupy sweetness, and that syrupy sweetness goes all the way through to the end, and it changes from that syrupy sweetness to a almost pine oil-like bitterness on the back end, as well as a sweet and bitter grapefruit flavor that goes from the beginning as well to the end, and that's fading as it goes across the tongue. So you're getting this beautiful grapefruit juice with a sweet syrupy taste that fade into that pine oil and pith taste at the end of this beer. All in all, it's not my favorite beer from Bellwoods. It's not my least favorite beer from Bellwoods. And it's actually probably my favorite wet hopped Cascade or Chinook hopped beer. I mean, usually dry or wet hopped, those hops usually, if it's a single hop, I think the only single hopped Cascade beer I really enjoyed was the Alexander Keith's one, and I only really enjoyed it because it didn't have the usual Cascade hop flavor or bitterness to it. They even though they only single hopped it with that, they still found a way to take away a lot of the characteristics of that hop. And this is probably my second favorite beer it's not a single hop because it does have a second hop in it, but that's basically single hopped. It's probably my second favorite Cascade one. Again, not a hop that I'm a huge fan of, yet in this beer it works really well. Out of 10, it's talking about the fact that I don't love it, but I don't mind it. I would probably give this a 7 out of 10. I could see myself buying this again and drinking it. I could see myself sharing this with a few of my buddies. So thank you very much for picking this up, Greg. I'm going to drink this while I watch the next episode of Ash vs. the Evil Dead. And again, thank you guys for watching. Bellwoods Bine Hunter. Bye, guys.